Well met, good soul. So pleased that you've decided to come into my establishment this evening. It's warm and safe, convivial, and we have libations of a variety and strength that will help quell the doubts that no doubt have formed in your mind about the idea of taking your sword out into the wilderness, and food such as can fuel you up to do the same. Are you thirsty, and can I fetch a beverage for you? Ah, well, we have a variety of ales: Waterdavian ale, Suzale ale, Empty Skull ale, meads, a variety of meads as well. Got a wine, it's throat drinker wine, 100 silver pieces a bottle. It's very good stuff. Yak milk? Alas, no. I've had the good fortune to try some on my adventures. Good stuff. Even better when fermented under the saddle for a few days. Smells like a festering bog honker, but the flavors are so delicate and the effect so debilitating. Lovely. Yeah, I'm hoping to trade for some, but alas, haven't managed it yet. So it's ale then. Did you have a preference? The cheapest one. Just when I thought we were becoming friends. Let me grab that for you. A nice foamy mug of ale. Enjoy. Tasty ale, isn't it? Even though it's more cost efficient. Good. And have you traveled far? I see. Well, do you find yourself with a hunger? Shall I relay to you our menu options? I would be happy to. Our special of the evening is an incredible wyvern bladder tartare, a rare delicacy. Some adventurers happen to bring it in. We're able to put it on the menu. No? Oh, okay. Yeah. We have an incredible venison. It's deer poached from the king's forest. So flavorful and toothsome. That's 1,700 florins or 1 ducal nugget. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to make change in other currencies. Bit of a house policy. I guess the previous owner was mixed up in something. Adventurers would bring in loot that they had gained perhaps illicitly, and he would help transact and ensure they got paid, and it moved on. I don't understand all the mechanics of it, but don't want to be associated with that at all, so we do have some strict policies around things like that. Okay. Well, it is delicious and worth the money, and it is served with Mother Maverly's carrots. Incredible cook. lives next door. A brilliant dish. Well, next there's the eldritch herb stuffed lake snake. 9 gold pieces. Well, we do have a more humble beef steak. It comes from the loin. This is the loin. Okay, yeah. Yeah, very reasonable. Just 5 silver pieces. Okay. Alright, I will make sure that we get that prepped and ready for you. Alright. Welcome in, friend. And a good evening to you. May I offer you a libation? A gods be damned ale, coming right up. That's a great choice. Gods be damned ale. Please enjoy. And did you hear me going over the menu? This fine patron of this fine establishment. I'd be happy to take you there. Okay. The tartare. Impeccable. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that for you. Alright. Okay, my good friend. Have your beefsteak served with our famous whittled parsnip. Yes, this tender beef just barely kissed by the flame of charcoal. Tender as a matron's bosom, who though she be not young, is wise to the ways of the world. All right. Well, let's cut into it and see. It's just beautiful. Yeah, see, there. Perfect. See, look at that, friend. Oh, perhaps a bit, but sometimes foul humors must be rendered forth with furious flame. I think it's still quite moist. But don't forget, it is served with our famous arachnid leg gravy. Grab the pot here and get some of that deliciousness on there. So we have a chap who harvests those spiders for us. Just delectable, wouldn't you say? Please enjoy. Oh, you'll be wanting bread with that. Please, I invite you to enjoy this beautiful meal of beefsteak with whittled parsnip, bread, and arachnid leg gravy. The tartare will be up momentarily. And how are you doing, my fine friend? Beautiful dish and delicious, right? A always a hit around here. Alright, my friend, I have this sumptuous tartare. Let me just get this finished up for you. Get some beautiful chives there. Some lovely pressed olive oil. Some brined Rifkin berries. Some beautiful black salt from the arid flats near Kalamshan. And then a few drops of aphylaxium syrup. It's a beautiful note there. And to finish it off, an egg yolk from an egg cooked in a hot spring just up the ridge here. Let's take that gorgeous yolk and set it here. And this, my friend, is the wyvern bladder tartare. And allow me to give you these eating sticks to help pick up the tender flesh. Alright, please enjoy your meal. By the demented offspring of Bane, that is a fine plate. And how are you doing over here? Still working away? And can I refresh your beverage? Alright, when you're ready, just let me know. What do you think of our bard? Gerd Rumpuck. To tell you the truth, I don't rate him much. Goes pretty flat in the high notes, I feel like. Well, he won't last long. I mean in the mortal sense. Bards are quite fragile and have a disposition to put themselves in harm's way foolishly, pursuing a romantic idea of life rather than focusing on what matters in a world filled with dangers and threatening presences. Yeah, pretty much all the bards that have ever played here have met untimely ends. Well, the first one we lost was Jaron Gerald Skin. Caught fire, some altercation knocked lamp oil on him. It was glorious. He died singing the whole time. Maybe it was screaming. Hard to tell the difference, really. Yeah. And then there was Merlipon Thittlethorpe. His was just a garden variety defenestration thrown out a window. Someone was quite angry with him, perhaps over a lover. Well, the weird thing is it's built on uneven ground, so it's actually a second-story window. If he'd fallen in the manure pile, he probably would have been fine. Just a bruised ego, but as it was. And let's see. Arietta Silver Whistle, who joined an adventuring party. I've just never understood that. Make up your own songs. They join these parties hoping to go out in the world to see adventure and glory and write about it, and it only ever ends badly. Trying to get material firsthand is just a surefire recipe for death. Same thing with Llewellyn Dronk. Gorgon turned him to stone in some ancient ruin somewhere. Fitting, he was always stone deaf, as far as I could tell. Yeah, and let's see, then there was Glavrion Hengeldrimmer. It's a rather fascinating and impressive case of dismemberment, the hands of a very capable drow torturer. I'm told the wizard who traveled with that party was a bit of a sage and picked up enough practical anatomical knowledge from that event to advance the field of medicine quite significantly. Then that brings us to Solidrian Nemeria. Had his brain taken over by an intellect devourer. He even came here and played a few times, and honestly that thing was better than whatever was in his brain before. Finally, some chap smarter than Solidrian's party figured it out and bashed the thing out of his skull with his lute. Of course, then it took him over, and well, that's a whole other story. The point being, bards should stay at home. This seeking of practical knowledge, they are not suited for it, neither in constitution nor temperament. Bards should focus on their craft rather than set off on adventures, even if they run into a tavern keeper with a hell of a job offer. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, what can I get you? Ah yes, our sorcerer's concoction. I'd be happy to make one up for you. These are a real treat. Alright, for this, a wee drop of Glorgia. And then three little dashes of this tincture of new dye. Bit of the dragon musk in there. And then some distilled raven eye. You wouldn't believe how good this tastes. And then a bit of Melingenberry. Perfect. Is it tavern keeper, you say? There was a sorcerer behind the whole thing? It seems far-fetched to me. But then I guess Mazal Guadrin, the Malachite dragon, did swoop down from the mountains and incinerate the whole town, so I don't know who to believe in these kinds of things. And then a bit of fulminated lich bone powder. Lovely. And then just one drop. Just breathing that in is intoxicating. Right. And then we're just going to give that a little bit of a stir. 42 gold pieces. I could do 36 for you though. Seemed like a good soul. Okay, suit yourself. Just ensure this is properly mixed. Okay. And then we decant into the goblet. There it is. Good sir. Enjoy your potion of blindness. Sure, I can't interest you in one. Okay. Oh, that. I was just running my mouth off, you know. But if you are interested in job placement, I do maintain a roster of people who are looking for work. The tavern is a great place for, folks to exchange, have dialogue, find people who might do jobs that they need. So it kind of just naturally suits to have something like that. Would you like me to add your name then? Okay. All right, let me grab my scroll. And here we are. Ink. And quill. Now tell me, what is your name? Interesting name. Memorable, in a way. And do you have the skills of a scribe? Okay. What about mercantile accounting? No. Doing fine filigree work as a jeweler? Also no. Okay. Book binding? No. Okay. No. Wide variety of opportunities come up, Really just depends on who's seeking at the moment. Have you ever been involved in the cooperage? Okay. Perhaps if you were to describe skills that you might possess, botany, ancient languages, you can swing a sword. Okay. I mean, it is possible that jobs come along that require that skill set. So I will just make a note. And how long will you be in town, do you think? Okay. Well, if a job comes up, be the first one I speak to. Just feel free to check in. Come have a mug of ale and we can discuss. opportunities. Very well. Okay. Right, well, I have your information now. Oh, yes, you're right. Don't know if that's from the ink or the gravy. No worries. Let me set this aside. And how are you doing over here? What did you think of that tartare? Isn't it simply divine? I'm so glad you think so. Anything else? Alright, well, let me know. And surely I can interest you in another ale, right? Great. Let me pour that for you. The same? Okay. The tankard here. I'm just going to pour off the ale. Ready for you. Okay. Enjoy.